what we have here is a 2002 Saturn L300 interior. This is the factory double-din size radio that comes with the car. It's going to be changed out with a double-din TV. Basically, you got a trim panel. It's going to give it some snug force. Pop it right off. It's just got retainer clips on it. It'll come off real easy. There's two nuts holding it on. There's a 7mm size. Take them off here and here. Slide the radio out. It'll come out real easy. There's a lot of room in here. Make sure not to force the bezel when you take it off, because it does have the traction control and the heated seats and the hazard marker harness there, and there's not a lot of room. Radio harness clip looks like this. Easiest way to take care of this is to buy a factory harnessed conversion for an aftermarket radio and just clip it right on and wire it up and be done with it. But if you don't have one and you just need to hook it up, on the back here there's a couple of constant power lines that are in orange. The one on the bottom furthest to the left on the first pin is a 12-volt constant, and the yellow one next to it is a 12-volt switch. That's your ACC line. This orange line is also a 12-volt constant, which powered the amplifier on the radio. And these two other orange ones, this one's on the top deck, third one in, and this one, orange one, is sixth one in. Those are 12-volt switches also. Once the radio is on, these will produce 12-volt outputs. The gray line is the illumination line, and the black line all the way on the end on the top is your ground. Brown one next to it, underneath actually, is your dimmer switch line. The twisted cables are your speaker terminals. As they follow, tan is front left positive, gray is front left negative, light green is front right positive, dark green is front right negative, brown is rear left positive, yellow is rear left negative, dark blue is rear right positive, light blue is rear right negative. You'll note that the brown line for the speaker cable is twisted with the yellow, so you won't get it confused with the dimmer line. And that's it. That's all you need. You just peel back the jackets a little bit and tie into them, or you can get bugs that you can crimp over and grab onto them. But I recommend skin back the jacket a little bit and tie onto it and tape it off so it's nice and neat, and not throw a wire tie over to keep it from moving. And you'll be good. Now, one of the issues with the Saturn radio is it has a factory amplifier and subwoofer. So the speaker wires coming out of the harness when you put the harness on are completely useless unless you grab this line, which runs to the amplifier, like I did, and I yanked the amplifier out because it's just useless in this application. For the meantime, I'm using the radio to power the doors. So basically, this is the line that goes to the amp, and these are your braided lines, which are coming from your harness originally, which goes to the amp, and then after they go through the amp, they'll come out of these lines here, and these are to be the amplified lines going to your speakers. Now, if you put a factory harnessed, a wiring harness on here, and you go to turn your radio on, you're going to have absolutely no sound because the amplifier isn't turning on, because that's the leads for the amplifier. So basically, you can just take it off. It is right behind here, but underneath, and it's a pain in the ass. It's 2 bolts, number 10s, and amplifier pop right out. Basically, I just took this harness, I yanked it back through, and I'm just buttoning off the ends and tying them together, and that's more than fine. So that's just a quick way to do it until you install a highs and lows amp. Yep, got the TV in, got it up and running.